All right, welcome back to M&A&D&D episode 109. We're going to go ahead and label this one MindScapes. So M&A had been invited to almost another world as far as the Sword Coast is concerned. Um, they were tasked with being the the representatives of the Sword Coast and maybe using their uh, well probably their least um, worked on skill, their diplomacy in bringing an allegiance between the Sword Coast and the Red Wizards of Thay, who had very much, kind of had this vaunted status of being isolated and being unwilling to work with the rest of the realm. But with the impending movements of the cultists and this idea that they may be working um, to try to rally the dragons for some dubious means, seems as though that desperate times there are desperate measures, and the enemy of the enemy is your friend. As they reached out to the Sword Coast and says, "Hey, maybe this conversation should take place." To which you said, "Sure. I hope no one gets murdered." Um, and shortly thereafter, three people did. But uh, cooler heads did prevail when you all not only were able to foil what was going to be a very um, large blow to both sides as a um, devout believer in the cultists and in the once dispatched Roth Mordor. Right. Um, his attempts to have the two clash by framing you for murders that you didn't attempt was thwarted, thankfully. And these, as Vamo once put it, very, very bad people elected to um, show reason. We're going to be picking up in a very familiar basement as you guys find yourselves in the cellars of the waters deep. As you guys finally, it hadn't dawned on you until now, until you're in this kind of raw, damp, mildewy area, just how wonderful it smells. And that just how long you had suffered the smell of that sulfur in the air, that your eyes feel like they're breathing like fresh lungs of air as there's no more ash in this in the surrounding air around you, that they finally they you feel like a sponge soaking up water, as your whole body kind of just screams for this normalcy that it's like drinking water having crossed the desert. It's invigorating, and it feels like you are had been plunged into an ice cool bath, shocking your senses as you guys stand inside of this circle that starts the blue light starts emanating. The sigils below you start to slowly shrivel and shrink and descend back into the earth's below. You guys find yourselves standing um, in a more empty basement than you're used to. You hear just one voice. It is good to see you all again. Your return can only mean it was successful, as I doubt you would have been able to be left live had things gone awry. Welcome back, M&A.
You are
This
very correct.
you hear that calm um, tone that you're so used to as Ramilla, the the charge of the um, Harper's greets you. There is some chaos afoot. We need to move quickly, but catch your breath. When you're ready, come and speak to me. And then you just hear her heels hit the stones as they head up the stone stairway.
Well, at least she's still here. Well, that could be worse.
Val just kind of follows along, relatively quiet, tired as hell.
Very large hand will go to Bel's shoulder.
We dodged that. We literally dodged that whole crisis by a thread of hair. I have to say.
We need to fix this, Bel. I know you are tired.
What are we fixing?
You.
Are you gonna get the? I've had this crick in my neck, and I think those boulder hands could really just.
Yeah, I'll do. It's like.
No, a little to the left, a little. He just
Break
like
it.
goes limp. He just like
loses all feeling, and his arms go limp.
So we're walking up the stairway from the teleportation, correct?
Yeah, that's what I assume.
I'll say, well, I'm assuming we're not gonna have time. Oh, lean too far away. I said, I'm assuming we're not gonna have time immediately, as we're probably gonna have to go get a report. So
This is not going to be swept under the rug.
I'm not saying anything is going to be swept under the rug. I'm realistic. We went from one political bullshit thing to another, so until that's done, I don't really see how we can do anything on our own terms quite yet.
Your mental health is still important to all of us here. What has been done to you is a violation, multiple violations of your soul. That
And
is
for those
all.
Twitch viewers at home, today's episode is brought to you by mental health issues.
Hey!
If you're feeling in need, please call 1-800-SEE-HELP. We're here for you.
But actually, don't call that number. Call, seek actual professional help.
I know, seriously.
Therapy is okay, kids.
Therapy is good. All right. Back into the game. Sorry.
Now back is a
You have the setup, so I was just like, I'm jumping on that.
Where's Alex? We need to have the more you know star come by right there.
Yeah.
I want to ensure nothing else is there, and I want. What is the name of the bronze dragon? I forgot its name, and that's been forgetting.
Artie?
Is it Artie?
Yeah.
I think Artie should be there, and perhaps another one of the gold from the conclave. as they are more skilled than I am in this. I am worried of what has been done to you.
Okay, well, let's get through this shit show before we dive into the next one.
We will see what awaits us.
You guys, as you guys traverse your way up through the stone steps, again these winding stairs through the castle, you enter that off familiar great hall. That's just echoing with footsteps and chatter as people kind of continue to discuss this ongoing the calamity, I guess, that has befallen the sword coast. As you guys step into the giant hall, you see much more action that you're used to. There are armed soldiers running to and fro, quickly running to the table that houses all the major heads as they get commands and then run off immediately to go dispatch them. You hear just clanking, clamoring. It seems as in this time, of course, tell her, of course.
She's sitting right there.
Yes, Queen.
You see that in this time that you had been gone, that it seems as though the escalation has arisen in which you all are being, or the council has once again seemed to have dived deeper into the fray. But by some guards, you're ushered past this chaos, up to the across the hall and into the stone chamber or stone stairwell where you guys are led back up to your major rooms. Before you enter the rooms before you enter the door to your rooms, you see a figure had been standing in the shadows and stepped out, and I had expected you to take a little more heed, but I think now is as good a time as any to take that briefing. Rumilla opens your door and leads you into your room. She walks across and goes directly past the hearth and stares out a window. Begin.
So was that the king who came out of the shadow, or is it just
No? This is Ramilla.
okay?
Do you want us to actually roleplay saying what happened, or do you want us to just like, brr? What would you prefer, Dua?
I think it's important that you followed your thread that you were going on. Vamel, what up, Sonic? As well as Updater. I mean, it's your guys' take. That's
Well,
The Red Wizards utilize the undead immortality lies of vampirism and other whites and undead. It is a taint, however. At this moment,
Who's taint?
all of you are children, and I will bring out my maul.
It is a blight. You could say it's a blight,
It is
or
all,
it is tainted. But it being a taint is very different.
I'm
I do-
sorry. I just got back. I heard we're going to the mall.
No, you're a taint.
Oh, that sounds right.
Y'all need Jesus. Or Bahamut in my case. As you've likely heard, they attempted to not just blackmail, but to frame us for works. And they utilized dark, twisted magics to affect one of our own and nearly succeeded. Several lives were lost. We were able to save one. They used the purple worm poison amongst themselves as they jockey for position. There are still
I'm gonna roll a deception check to see if I can not have Ramilla immediately assume it was me again.
Just point. It's fine.
We're all pointing at him.
Don't worry, guys. Here's my 120 for the evening. I'm getting it out of the way now so that all the rest of it's not going to matter.
At least you accept
Just a couple more minutes. Well, he called it. Wow.
Child. Literally ripped my headphone.
But one thing is for sure that the possibility and the potential powers and the strengths of the Sword Coast combining our resources with the world of Thay, it is obvious that we can become a threat to the cultists. Otherwise, there wouldn't be this plot against the unions and the partnerships between both places. So we did dodge a huge arrow over there, but I guess we can say that the meeting and the conversation with the World of Fate and the representative over there was successful somewhat.
Well,
So hopefully this brings our campaign against the cultists one step ahead toward the success that we're all hoping for, and to avoid the potential disaster that's about to befall onto the world.
I imagine we should count ourselves fortunate to have such utterly despisable allies. But for the times ahead and this latest wave of attacks, I take any growth in numbers as fortunate. Did this
Are
new alliance
there-
come with any stipulations?
Do you think there could be more parties that across the known plane of this world that we can establish alliance with before we actually launch the campaign to the cultist?
We are every day gathering more and more ranks. The table downstairs is filled with efforts across the Sword Coast to bring in enemies and allies alike, to stop this impending doom. I would say it is in our foremost thought that we continue to grow this allegiance to combat the storm that's coming. And again, there are no stipulations. There are no maybe deals made which I need to be aware of. You went.
I don't have any notes on it. Viva,
Okay.
please let us know. This is a we don't remember.
being a stipulation.
If you know if there's supposed to be something like
No,
we the players did not take good notes.
Just role playing like that she would suspect that maybe like.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I will say this as I report back to the table downstairs and talk to the council and assure them that we do have the backing of the Red Wizards of Thay. I would say maybe the one thing that I will not take back to that table is that there was a weakness within this group that was exploited, from what I heard.
Oh.
I rolled a 19 deception.
As Valen basically move his eyes toward the person that was mind controlled for a short period of time last session.
It was less of a weakness of this group and more of our.
What I am
working
saying
Honestly, it's something that you could probably count on at this point.
Was
is
was
if
We
there
also
was
handled it ourselves.
Let her.
if there is a potential that exploitation has
Says
gotten
well.
out, deal with it. And she stares daggers at Liam.
Off with his head.
Else.
Only option.
Val also like over the shoulder of Ramilla, also just like stares down Liam.
Yeah.
I know diplomacy has never been this group's strong point. And then slams the door behind her. Well, she doesn't slam it because she would never make any noise. She continues to be cat-like and just the door closes effortlessly behind her.
Slam.
She slammed it in her very spy way.
Does anybody else feel like we just got scolded for doing something that was probably impossible?
Sorry, not again, not my intention.
Scolded for doing
No,
the
this
best we
is
could have done.
Val like playing off of like
Okay.
her telling us not to fuck it up.
Let us enjoy this moment. It's like, yes, we've gotten scolded when we succeeded, which is becoming a normal thing.
Yeah, that's about part of the course.
I was like, I feel like I got scolded. But she didn't even look at me.
Slams the door in proper English. Boop. We need to go call Artie. We do need to handle this, and to make sure none of us have any surprises. The stakes raise every single evening, and very powerful creatures are going to be trying to manipulate us.
Goodbye, Terry.
It's Harry.
No,
He
we had a
got
good
bored
run.
of us.
Yeah. Kept telling us like, let's go. And then he goed.
Go.
Discord issue. Yeah, you left it. Just you, buddy.
Solve that.
I love hearing M.
Is that anybody able to mess on it? Just you. All right. So, all right. With this issue at hand, you guys are going to be tackling this.
We're going to tackle the brain beat issue, or the Mindscape, since that's the name of the episode. Since I know where we're going now.
Thank you, Ben.
You're super subtle.
Meta.
I love it that
We're gonna go get some shrooms.
of all people, they was just like,
Can
nah.
you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So this is really weird. So I can talk to you guys, but on my desktop, when I click on Discord, it won't launch the app.
We can see you and hear you.
We
You're
can see
good.
you.
That's so weird. Okay, so my question was, will David's character being controlled by the enemy, will that loophole still exist in the future?
Yes, absolutely. David can't save
Because I
shit.
can't roll to save my life.
David,
There's literally Terry. There's 100% no like actual thing that's causing this. It is just pure coincidence that it's me and that I failed my saves every single time.
he also has, because he's an elf, he has advantage against being charmed.
Then can we make it from now on, like, if David's mind control is on the line, can M roll for him?
Megan. How do you get over here and roll this? Click this button. Click this button. I'm hovering over the roll button. But essentially, so Vamo's saying that he wants to look into it. There's been a constant theme, and he's saying he wants to pull this thread. And what Ramilla had just said is that someone was exploited. You guys need to figure it out so that it doesn't happen again.
God damn it, M. Really? Now you have that song in my head.
I can give a different one if you'd like.
Into your net. All right, focusing.
She
So
can
yes,
tell
the
you you're
plan.
welcome. She's welcome.
Like to say you're welcome. So the goal is to have Artie there to give Liam some background, but it's not just him. I want to make sure all of us are tested. So I would go to the Dragon Enclave because that's where their magics kind of rest into a Temple of Bahamut to help guide this. And it gives, good story points coming forward, good story beats. But the idea is rest, get our spells back. That is the next thing, is to make sure all of us, Vamo included, like he will also go through the testing, to ensure we're all okay. Well, as okay as a bunch of adventurers who have this much mental trauma can be.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I want to look at my spells list to see if there's anything I can bring to the table. So I don't know how much I can contribute further, but if I can help my brother, I would want to. So let me see what is in my spell book.
Ma'am, is there anything I can provide you before I go to rest? And at this point, you notice a little girl in the corner holding a tray of cheeses
Kill her now.
and meats.
Is it nobody?
Hunter's mark the shit out of her.
A small like dwarven female in the corner, that Darfarius, who's been kind of like just been slouched in the corner, had been resting his arm on like it was a footstool. She scurries away, leaves the tray, and then darts out the door.
Dark barriers, really.
So, are we supposed to have like noticed her before?
No.
Is this like, because I am already very
Feeling paranoid.
I was checking everybody beforehand for a Rakshasa. Now you're telling me there was a girl in this room the whole time?
She looked like a stool for you. You guys just assumed there was a platter of food sitting on a. Anyway, so you guys are gonna grab your long rest and then look for spells. We'll start
the
them.
worst adventurers ever.
So the short version is yes. I'll send a note to the conclave so they can know to expect us.
Okay.
So don't like you'll kick down the door. I'm like, hey guys, help!
Hey!
Because also I need to let them know what happened. And yeah.
Well, I guess let me know how much is in the letter.
Just it's mostly brief, as he'll tell them in person, but it's like during our time at the Land of Thane, one of our members was controlled by one of the undead there, a powerful undead. While I was able to break the curse, I'm concerned there are other issues or long-lasting issues, and we need to ensure that all of our minds are free from control or corruption before we go any further. We have been the target of powerful forces, and one of the most insidious ways for them to affect us is subtle commands. Things that you would not easily see, and we need the wisdom of the ancients and those guided by Bahamut in this case. We need purity of thought. Was that framed nicely enough?
Yeah. Good luck with some of this group with that purity of thought. All right, you guys go ahead and get your rest.
P.S. Make sure Artie's there.
Yay.
PPS. All right.
Go ahead and stab the elf.
PPS. Look out for a little girl mistakenly looks like a coffee table. All right. So Liam, go ahead and investigate, like look for spells and stuff. What you guys are going to do is get a long rest. This is going to be okay. So remember, previous the most the night in which you had not been trying to um clear yourselves of murder.
Murder.
Some of you had been stargazings with your new best friends, while the other of you had been being tortured in their own dreams, like some kind of um
Waking nightmare.
yeah.
Trauma.
I was gonna say Freddy Krueger, but I don't know what that is in the Storkos. So
Oh shit!
So-
it's,
Scary Terry.
oh no! What the fuck is it? Oh god, I remember it. Hold on. Continue. I've got a book.
you got to book read this. All right,
100%.
Frederico Crugito. Anyways, so for I think it was Valen,
Yes.
Vamel,
Yeah, I had the horrible.
and maybe Astrid.
Astrid had something else.
Yeah, you guys, when you guys get the chance to
That's the
sleep,
rough equivalent.
yeah, when you guys get the chance to sleep, you lay in this beds and are just out. The brothers, on the other hand, are just like, should we stargaze? Well, yeah. What should
Are
we
we
do?
going to have those dreams again?
Nope. I'm just saying, like, this is what I'm saying is, like, within like 4 or 5 days time, this is going to be the most sound sleep you're going to have had. That the second that you just feel this relief and comfort that you're in this
Our
place,
mind just sink into the pillow. I got
yeah, like fuck it, like you're safe here. You're out, and you guys have been needing this. So what I'm going to say for the three of you, because you have had this opportunity and because it's been so stressful the last, you guys are gonna have one luck roll
You
over
already
the
have
next
inspiration.
an inspiration in the next week.
You can click that in your D&D page.
And this is so inspiration is this kind of inspiration is again luck roll versus inspiration that Valen would give out, which is a fixed die roll added on to whatever you want, whatever you're rolling.
Mhm.
How to add that in, but I'll just put inspiration. I'll deal with it.
It's at the right next to your HP. There's an inspiration marker.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But whichever.
All right, so the brothers, you guys have an opportunity while everybody else is sleeping. I don't know if anybody wants to just read a book and look for weird pop culture references, or for instance, Alex wants to do something. Liam wants to do something else.
I would be copying. I would want to talk to my brother about everything that happened. Generally, just make sure he's okay, and let him know it's not his fault.
It's the fate's fault.
It could have happened to any of us. Unfortunately, it continues to happen to you. I'm so thankful that the worst didn't happen in this scenario, and not because it would have started another war, but because I didn't want to lose him.
Aww.
And the rest of the group too, but yeah.
I'm still baffled as to why the council thought it was a good idea to send us on a diplomatic
Well, we
mission.
need to figure out who made that decision because they might have wanted war too.
Well,
They might have sent us there to fail.
honestly, I still think it would have been easier to just kill everybody and take over the keep.
Well,
But
there's still
I
time.
think this is the better outcome.
I'm sure after we're done with dealing with the current situation, Rommel will be happy to go back there and blood cleric everybody there.
Mm.
So yeah.
All right, as you guys kind of just watch as the sun fades away, the conversation continues as the sun begins to, shine its amber rays across the vast seascapes in front of you. These lights kind of dance on the top of the waves as everybody begins to rise. You guys gather your belongings and you make your way through the Sword Coast or through Water's Deep once more. This familiar route as you make your way up to the shrine. The city seems so much less busy, so much more empty. And you climb this hill you're so familiar with, and you see less and less of those just, like the rows and rows of blimps you had seen previously, right? You had seen these this kind of like churning of these giant blimps that would come in and out once you reach the top of the hill, as they move cargo and they move freight and they're moving. In your last instance, before they took Thom Petty, when they had moved soldiers to the front line, you see just the remnants, maybe the unwanted, the unworthy for the coming events. These like disparaged and dispatched blimps that are kind of hobbled together, seemingly kept together with seal skin and tarp, glue, some kind of tar, cementing these things together, and the hustle bustle of that, in which you sometimes felt like you had been almost swept up in the movement and the loading of these ships, is just maybe a handful of creatures running to and fro, moving things slowly at their own pace. A lot of just dock workers sitting there smoking as they wait for maybe the next important docking to arrive. And there, resting above them, is the familiar shrine. And you see it in comparison, it seems to glow and emulate this gorgeous light as you see these beings and these shrouds stand, but their stature, their presence alone seems like it emulates light. It seems like they're their own sunsets or sunrises, and each one of them stoic in nature that it takes your breath away to some extent. And they all wait to greet you in this kind of happy, friendly way, and as if you can feel that warmth reflect back onto you. Welcome back, friends. We received your letter, and as always, we're willing to help. Follow me.
Real quick, does Val see Artie anywhere in the first group?
No.
All right, Val's gonna stealth and go look for him and try and like stealth tackle him.
The second you go to stealth tackle, you feel something just wrap around your legs, and you hear this laughing.
You got Jason Momoa.
You hear this laughing, and he says, "Come on, man, are you serious? All right, I was told to take this serious. I was told to take this serious, and I saw that look in your eyes that you were coming for me.
I'm
And
gonna
now-
look behind myself, summon my echo right behind me, teleport swap with it, and start tickling him.
Oh God, no! No God, no! No! No God, no! And then
I have
just
new
like
tricks.
lays flat and like a bear rug lays flat, and
Oh,
you just hear this and maybe a disparaging fatherly look from one of the other elders.
I stand up straight, look
Ugh.
down shamefully a little, see already still laying on the ground, kick him one time, and then like walk with the rest of the group.
Oh, I'll get you back. I'll get you back. Oh, I'll get you. Oh. Well, I see the moment isn't lost on you two, said one of the elders. As they walk you into that same stone circle, the inside, right, had been kind of carved and cut, and sunlight peeks through in certain weird angles and reflects off of others. And in the center is another similar, this etching on the ground. And there are the numerous dragons in their human-like forms stand around, and they're all, standing there. It's not somber because you feel the warmth that they're emanating towards you all. And they said, one of them reaches out. There is humility in the fact that we know we need to dive into our own trauma and investigate our weakness. And so understand that we're going to guide you through this process. M&A, please sit here in the center, and they lead you to the center circle that etched in the ground, and hold hands.
Mama will go first, and
You take up a good quadrant of the circle.
I have no doubt. But like he very clearly like seems to know what's going to do. The hands out with the beads on one of his arms. Like he's in a full priest mode at this point, or cleric.
I'm going to ask Valen, can you give inspiration to this moment? I guess
Make our hearts lighter, Bard. I think is what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
This is overheard by one of the elders, and he leans into your ears. There is little this mortal can bestow upon you than the luck that this room is going to bring you. Save it. You may need it when we are not in reach.
All right.
And just puts a restless hand on your shoulder, and you feel that. You just see this grin on his face, and you feel this warmth, and you know that it wasn't hurtful or disrespectful, and it felt good to know that you're ready to drink the Kool-Aid, right? No. No. But like, yeah, they're saying, I understand you're trying to prepare yourself, but there's a safety net here. No mere mortal can provide. And so you all
You haven't heard one of his songs. That's all I'm saying.
amazing. Amazing. All right. So you guys all kind of like sit in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Val, as he sits down, pulls out, his sword and lays it, relatively ceremoniously, like at his side, and like keeps like himself like free of weapons during like on his person during.
There As you guys sit in the circle, Artemis comes over and he brings this candle. And it's this candle that's already looked like it's fairly melted. And he snaps his finger next to it. And when he snaps it, the spark kind of ignites this flame, and this flame blossoms, hits the wick, and it starts to glow all these amazing colors as they kind of just circulate through all the spectrum. You guys are mesmerized, and as you start to gaze upon it, you hear this humming. Start to engulf you, and it vibrates through your chest, and soon it penetrates your ears until you can't even hear your own thoughts. And as you guys gaze upon this circle, this light, as it cycles through every visible spectrum that you've ever seen, you start to relax. And it feels as if that you're not even breathing, that the air around you is the air inside you, and you lose all self. And you begin to, your vision gets blurry, but it gets clearer until this light and this color is all you see. And you drift off until you hear this convulsing. And you look over, you shake out of it, and you just see Val shaking violently, vomiting
What the fuck?
as he reacts to this moment.
We should have stopped the Panera Bread.
What's going on? I thought it was Alex having the food poisoning.
Oh, this is cool.
Seconds later,
Oh, that's so fun.
you find yourselves
No.
overwhelmed by the colors, overwhelmed by the sight in front of you. And you look around, and it's your companions standing at some points a foot away from you. And then you blink your eyes, and you guys are 10 feet apart. You blink your eyes, and you guys are huddled together. You blink your eyes, and you're 100 yards apart. As you guys just stare up into this void, this chasm, this mindscape. Those brave enough take a step, and you almost fall instantly. You begin to trip over yourselves and realize you can't trip anywhere. Gravity doesn't exist, but the idea of stepping also doesn't. You look up, and as these clouds and these forms, these lights dance around you, you all begin to see a glade, and it starts to form in front of you. Thousands of feet tall, you see Val standing
What?
in front of
feet tall. What the fuck?
in front of these same kind of stone doors you had seen in a glade far away. And you see this 1,000-foot tall Val look around and dive into a door.
He does that a lot, I'm noticing.
You find this 1,000-foot tall Val, look around, and gaze upon the Feywild.
Joey,
this like a situation where we need to follow? Sorry.
No, you guys are just kind of looking. But if
All right, we're watching TV show Val.
Oh,
Got it.
do I need? This is
so,
this is
well,
where
the
I'm gonna do something?
the second that somebody says something, it kind of shatters into a million pieces.
Don't talk during the show. Got it.
I just got back. Can I get like a very short recap? What happened?
He was in the bathroom that whole time.
I literally was. So why is Liam all of a sudden like got this like massive reaction? What the fuck?
It was me.
Yeah,
you guys went to go see the
Dragons.
dragons.
the metallic dragons. Okay.
They were going to conduct a ceremony.
Okay.
They asked you all in the most humblest and most powerful way to help you guide you through this.
Okay.
And you guys
what is the ceremony for?
well, the ceremony was for your own benefit.
On what? They didn't tell us.
Get rid of Val's brain fuckery.
Well, you guys so the idea that the letter that Vamal had sent him was like, hey, we would like some guidance.
So basically, like, aww.
We're tripping on shrooms right now.
A little bit.
What's she done?
All right. Complete side note. Like I was telling my son, I was like, "Hey, download any of these games that I've been saving forever on the PlayStation Plus." So I convinced him to download Goat Simulator, and she just said that she sacrificed herself, and it was like laughing like a maniacal evil person. All right, so
Fully approved.
We're trying to exorcist.
they were trying to no, it was it had not. So the idea was that it was intentionally not to be David. Val.
Okay.
Val had a very strong reaction to this particular.
Of course, because it's exorcism.
Yeah. All right.
Where he's limbs twitching and like bending to very weird angles and stuff.
Very close. So as this vision shatters, you see 1,000-foot tall Val running through the Fey, and there's darkness kind of clouds over him, and you start seeing these like embers and these sparks start to build as they start to close in on him. And again, this image kind of fades. You all look around, and there's Val standing in front of you. And I'm going to say you guys have the opportunity to speak now.
That looks extremely painful. Are you okay?
So we're all seeing the same weird shit of the really tall me running over there. That's not just in here. I'm gone?
I don't.
Oh, Emily says I'm gone.
Is he gone?
No, he's here.
Oh.
He's in front of you. So now all of a sudden, like again, you guys blink. He's maybe 7 feet in front of you. You guys are all kind of standing around him, and he's asking you, "Can you see? Are you seeing the same thing he's seeing?"
Yes.
Yeah, you think you're a lot taller than you actually are.
I'm just taller than you. That's it.
Whoa.
How long did you spend in the Fae?
Which time?
Total.
Val
Obviously,
like
it was
rummages
a
into his
large chunk of your existence,
Rummages
considering
into
that
his
was the first thing
backpack.
you went to.
pulls out his Fey pocket
Fae
watch
Oh my god.
to see how
It's
long.
his Fey diary, guys. Like he
Yeah,
wants-
Yeah.
my Fey diary. Oh god.
It's fairy.
It definitely is.
Shut up, Viva.
Oh my god!
It's definitely one of those ones that's like voice activated. Do you guys remember those?
Oh!
It's definitely one of those ones like from like the early 2000s that was voice activated to unlock it.
Val goes, well, I mean, I started going to the Fae in my early hundreds. I mean,
I need that in like mortal time, please.
well, I'm like currently 230. I'm still relatively young, but like I was a lot younger when I started going to the Fae. And as you know, Ash, time in the Fae and time on the material plane aren't really a one-to-one. So the time that I spent there, it's kind of hard to say how long in mortal time that I spent there. But for me, I don't know, 80
Would you
years,
define
maybe more,
that?
maybe less in total.
Would you define that you yourself at that time has transformed into a complete character, right? I mean, has transformed into a different personality right now? Or, I mean, Valen asking the question, like, what would
No,
you?
I've gone to the Feywild. It's quite a lot.
No, I mean, would you say that you have changed quite a bit comparing with what you were, at your early 100s?
Oh, yeah. I would say a lot's happened between my early
As you
and
go
now.
to say this, you hear this boom, 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 and this giant boar comes rushing out of the sky towards you
What the
all,
boar?
and it dances across you. As you all take notice, you see 1,000-foot Val turn on his heels and begin to chase. As he runs for this boar,
Wait,
you
are
see
we
him.
all hallucinating at this moment, or is just
It's not
Yes.
hallucinations. We are trying to go
You're
on.
looking. So look at this. Look at this photo in front of you.
okay?
Okay, and just let me take you on an adventure.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in. Okay,
Why are you not playing
I
Pink Floyd?
thought Valen would be totally fine with this, but
I'm
apparently he
looking
wouldn't.
I'm
Given
looking
how
at
many
this.
shrooms he's tried on the real
Sorry,
world.
I don't
Listen,
have
you're
to
the one with the cheese.
Hey man, just
I don't
stare.
have to
Hey
remember,
Terry,
I don't
stare
have
it.
okay, I only have one screen.
Stare into this screen and let me take you on an adventure. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna try to DM for you. Okay. All right. So this
I'm
boar.
gonna try to DM for you.
Oh, man.
What the fuck was that?
All right. So you see this 1,000-foot Val take off after this, and he's running,
We're not
and he has these blades out,
in Boulder Skate anymore, guys.
We're in Boulder
and
Skate
as he's chasing after it, he gets shoved aside, and you just see these flowing kind of ember locks swirl around. Everything is shooting these sparks off as this chaos kind of unfolds. As it seems as though like galaxies collided and they explode onto each other, and you. From Val's view, he looks upon this being who just grins at him.
Wait, this
Disrupts
being just looks at him and grins at him.
this female.
Gotcha.
Looks upon with these. All right. Okay.
No,
Was that Ash or
Okay.
Emily?
Sorry, I'm just confused.
Oh my
That
gosh.
was
That
from
was
his
amazing.
mic, not my mic. I
Love
would
the
just like
peanut
to point
gallery.
out that I am apologize because that was definitely from his mic, not my mic.
I love
Sorry,
the
I'll
peanut
mute my
gallery.
mic so you-
No, don't ever. This is amazing.
I just thought it was him.
And you just
That was
see
why I was confused.
this grinning face, this female figure. And then again, just the colors from kaleidoscope in and clash, and it's like two waves just running into each other, just blow everything out. And again, it takes you seconds and minutes and maybe hours or years to figure out what it is that you're looking at again, as everything kind of calms around you.
Did I recognize the female figure?
Give me an insight check.
Fuck.
I was about to say, would it be like?
There's
really only one person I was thinking of.
How's my whisper's not working?
I'll whisper you.
Okay.
And you just say yes or no.
As Liam.
Okay.
As Liam takes notice, these colors again, and everything kind of sparkles and change shapes, and all of a sudden the world forms again, and you see for those of you that remember, and those of you who roll insight check high enough, if everybody could roll.
Do you want another one from me?
Not from you, but from everybody else. You see Vamal, you recognize it. Astrid, it's just like it's scratching at the back of your mind. You visited it briefly. You only seen it in its remains. But Liam recognizes his home. He recognizes Mythdraenor. And he sees the two of them, him and his brother, hiding as his parents tried to present themselves to some kind of guest. Dressed in some attire. You see this tapestries flowing. You see some pomp and circumstance to this moment, to which both of you hide. You turn your back on. You look to your brother. He's tiny. He's little. And he's looking up to you. And you grab him by the shoulder and you turn your backs on your parents. Now you take a couple steps away and you pause to think about what this means. But Val continues to walk, and his figure grows bigger and bigger. And even though he's going off into the distance, his stature grows.
It's just a trick of the light. I know that. Continue.
The chaos of this world kind of dies down again, and the colors start to maybe coalesce and become less fluid and more concrete. Gives you an opportunity to talk once more.
That woman there, I know her.
That was
it Princess Dandelion? It's the only one I can think
Dandelion.
of.
It's when I met Dandelion.
Instantly, this eruption of color ignites into the sky, and you see this woman that you presume to be Dandelion standing in front of Val, laughing. And Val pulls back the drawstring of his bow, as the face that he presents gives everybody alarm. Death is coming, as he lets this arrow loose, and it flies through the air And Dandelion stands there, never once letting the corners of this smile even begin to fade as it zips past her head and directly into the eye of this long necked creature as it begins to emerge from this swamp behind her.
I wanna know what kind of references the Viva read before this episode. It is so out of this world right now. It's like I don't even.
I'm having so much fun.
Liam or Val reaches out his hand, Dandelion grabs it, and they run. And the world begins to spin around you like you're inside of a hurricane. Chaos begins to kind of settle and cool. And then you see the two of them running again, chaos ensuing. This for the first time, this shadow reaching into this world, and you see your brother throw behind himself this leather sack as it explodes onto this beast. As they continue to run, they dive, and they tumble into color. And the two of them fumble and I guess disappear and reappear and meld and melt into this chaos of colors and poppies and gold
So sort of like Alice in Wonderland meets Princess Diaries.
until they're laying with their backs in the ground and their chests open to the sky, laughing.
Sorry,
And you just see these two, you see these two just exhausted and engulfed in this pure joy. And then it fades again into this moment in which you're just standing there in front of this precipice and engulfed by these colors.
There's a lot of good times.
You're talking, but you're not close enough to the mic.
So there were a lot of good times before everything else happened.
What happened? What are you not telling us?
I mean,
When you ask that question, the colors kaleidoscope back in, and all of a sudden this darkness starts to surround you all. And now it's just purples and blacks and you see 1,000-foot tall Val. He wanders away from this opening, this glade. And he looks behind him and he sees his brother, and all crawling out of the stairwell that had led into the ground. He pulls himself out, and Val continues to walk on. And he continues to walk on. Till he hears this voice. I've been waiting for you. I can help you along this way. This moment kind of deteriorates and falls all around you. Val stands in front of you and he willingly is trying to. You see him, all of you see him trying to change this moment. And in front of you, you see Githraki. You see these winged dragons that are being ridden by Githraki as they fly through the sky, and here he is with Artemis. And they're laughing, and the sky is golden. And they combat. They have this epic dogfight in front of you, and everybody is, as you all witness, you see a ballet in the sky. It is your friend Val and his friend Artemis, no longer in his human form, fly through the sky, combating the Dothraki, or the
Githyanki.
Githyanki.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really Yankee?
Githyanki. Yeah.
Yeah.
For a moment, you all are caught up in it. And then you hear that same voice. You've come too close. I can taste you again. And it's as if there are tentacles that are pulling in parts of your brain.
Hummel is simply praying, as he always does, as if he was channeling one of his spells from his patron. But it's less about protecting him and more about giving strength to Val. This is Val's battle. And while the past can't be changed, the future can be. And that's where he's directing his energies.
I will, if we're trying to channel everything into Val right now, I'm going to. I assume we can't interact with the big Val, right? But we can interact with our Val. So I will go ahead and cast Protection from Good and Evil on him, and have that up. Not sure it's going to do much, but he will be protected from aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undeads. So he can no longer be possessed or charmed by any of those things, or frightened or possessed by them. And then if he's already... they have a disadvantage attack rolls against him. And if he's already possessed, frightened, or charmed by them, he has an advantage on saving throws against that effect.
Delicious. Come towards the light. And you guys feel the pull. Although you stay stationary, you feel the pull.
Oh,
Oh, it's an Elden Ring boss.
You find yourselves.
Go ahead, sorry.
Deeper in the psyche. Meet them. Come to us. You look around and you're standing deeper inside of Val's mind. And you feel like this weighting, as if each step gets deeper and thicker and pulls you further in. And as you look down and you hear this, and the quieter you get, the more you hear it. And it's this chattering voice. And for the more astute of you, you can almost hear it. It almost sounds like someone's talking to you.
Do you want me to start saying the prayer that he's saying, or just doing it?
Give it a second. But like, if you could talk while I get that second, that would be amazing.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yep. So there are Githyanki and Githzera. So there are two forms. They're just Githzera are the ones still enslaved by mind flayers. Githyanki are the ones that have freed themselves from mind flayers and are fighting generally against mind flayers. So I'm not sure which one we're fighting, but it's some form of Gith something.
It's a Githyanki.
Okay. Well, they look exactly the same, but you know, I couldn't tell which one he was saying, and I didn't remember if there were two or not. So, for the sake of argument, Viva was very much right, but there's two. There's another one with an R.
You all look down, and each step you take, you see this water surround it. Can I get a perception check from Valen?
Sure. Hey, there you go. Oh, fuck! No!
Viva, I didn't think you knew what those were.
On second thought, you know, maybe we don't fight this today. Maybe we just leave this alone.
Can I run?
Valen, you look down, and this water that has been kind of like slurping around your ankles winks at you.
Oh
And you
my
hear this chattering.
No. What the fuck are these?
These are your nightmares.
What
All
are,
right, let me
are these
find-
mountains?
Are we into some sort of Cthulhu shit right now?
Oh yeah.
Kazoo. Oh.
Cthulhu. Kazoo.
Hey, ping where you're at real quick for me, Terry.
Me, where I am? I can't
Yeah.
even find on my map.
Terry is. There's two of me.
There's
Oh,
there's two asterisks
There's
as well.
two of me.
okay. Good job. Good fucking job.
I think you're close.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two
There's
asterisks.
too
and
many
two me.
V's in here.
Yeah, I'll delete this bottom one of me.
Oh, there's Astrid.
Oh,
I
I'm
see.
here.
Yeah,
I'm here.
he just added you there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we need to delete one Astrid and add Vommel.
What the
I
fuck,
swear-
bro?
Perfect.
Oh my god.
Ah, he's a Titan.
Ah, there's a
Yeah.
1,000-foot Vommel here too. Perfect.
Nice.
That's what we need.
Holy Holy freaking! What the fuck?
Holy, you are correct.
All right, so everybody roll initiative, and this is going to be well. So we're gonna have a surprise attack by
I have a question. And Viva, you can just say it whichever way you want it to be. I'm totally fine because it's just a toggle for me, and I will roll initiative. It doesn't affect my initiative. But David said a good thing beforehand. If we were going to go see the dragons, we would have taken off our dragon armor for that event. But if we're at a Mindscape right now, would our AC would I be wearing my mind version of my armor or not?
yeah,
So I can have my armor on.
yes,
Sweet, armor's back on, back up to 17.
yeah. You guys are. This is mine. This is we're mind fuckery, you guys. I'm gonna all hands off deck. I might be fucking. You know, you
And
can
I would
fucking
also
imagine yourself.
if we're in the Mindscape kind of thing, and I am wearing my armor, though in real life I'm not wearing it. In the Mindscape one, even though we've been seeing 1,000-foot Val for a while, I am just a hair taller than him in here. So
He's actually not.
want it.
This
That's
fucking
really
guy,
funny. He's not.
amazing, dude. Thank you so much.
He's wearing his platform boots.
That might
sneaking.
be true. I might be wearing my platform boots, and I am wearing the hat of vermin. But as for all intents and purposes, I am taller than he is.
All right. Shit. Did everybody get a chance to roll?
Valen did not.
Yes.
Valen didn't click his. So Valen's a 12.
No, Valen
Valen's
did.
in there twice.
He's on there
Valen's in there
3
twice.
times.
Valen's a 0.
He's on
and
there
12.
3 times.
3 times.
Why is it? I only
only
click
see
it
him
once.
once.
I see a
No,
12,
it's
a
not your
0, and
fault.
a 0.
Is he on here invisible 3 times somewhere?
Yeah, he's on here. He's on the map 3 times. Look.
What
Where's
the
other
hell?
ones?
I don't know. You guys.
I only see him once.
I see him 3 times for some reason.
I only see him once.
Alright.
I only see this one. Where else do you see him?
Only
I see him in the.
Twilight Zone shit
No,
as well.
it's in the listing, Alex. It's not on the map. It's
Oh
in the
no,
listing.
I was asking if you saw him on the map 3 times.
No, I don't see Vommel on the map or on the turn order.
Yeah.
Dude, these creatures looks like gonna mindfuck us.
Yes. I got a 9.
Just re-roll it and then just edit it in the thing. And then we'll
Okay.
just delete Valen's infinite number of Valens. Because
I'll
there's
roll it.
still more Valens. There's now 4.
Can we take a quick potty break before?
Yeah. Please.
Yeah.
Just
I've already
fucking
peed my pants.
stop the show. God damn it! I don't know what's happening.
It's been so long since we've had a battle.
I know. You know what's funny? Because someone reached out to me like, "Look, we don't need to fight," and I was like, "I've heard from other people we do need to fight."
Who was it?
Look,
Who-
all I
Listen
want to
here,
say
we
is
need to
Hey,
dash
man.
if we would have
faces
fought
in.
last time, we would all been dead except for like me.
I almost, I don't have the greatest memory, but I almost want to say that both of those people was David.
What?
No.
Both sides of it. We don't need to fight.
Yeah, both sides are like, hey man, I'm tired of fighting. Hey man, I really wish we could have a fight.
I'm
course.
pretty
Checks out.
sure
That's definitely me.
it was going to be a complete TPK except for me and Vommel probably last time. In one round.
All right.
All right, we got the break. All right, we're good.
All right, welcome back. So the first one to fill the bite of who is this, by the way? Sorry, who is this, by the way?
That's
Me.
Liam.
Liam.
That's Leon.
Everybody said that's me. That's amazing. Um,
We all said Liam except for Alex.
I said that was me.
the first one to fill the bite. The first one is a 13.
No, it does not hit.
And then-
isn't it the eye guy over here's for turn first?
No. Because what happened is that
Oh,
you
it's
all,
those guys is round first. Got it.
yeah, they all have. So essentially, you guys were all standing in the mouths of, the gibbering mouthers.
Just where I like to stand.
Yep, in the mouths. The mouther spits a chemical glob at a point it can see within 50 feet. The glob explodes, blinding flash of light on impact. Each creature within 5 feet of the flash must succeed a DC. So you must succeed a DC.
Oh, so
Um,
there's an attack or the blinding spittle. Are they sort of the same?
Well, hold on.
I don't remember. what-
Multi-attack, a gibbering mouther makes a bite attack
And a spittle attack if he
and a
gets it up.
spittle.
All right, so I'll make my deck save. No problem.
And so you manage to like pull your foot through and then dodge yourself from this blinding attack. Right. Astrid, you also
Yep.
are facing the same fate.
Mm-hmm.
A bite and a spittle attack.
They're doing really good.
Jesus Christ. So the bite misses,
Mm-hmm.
and even though I should have advantage, whatever.
I mean,
Take
on
your
a
advantage.
surprise attack.
Yeah, take.
A surprise attack.
Yeah,
okay.
take your advantage.
Yeah, take your advantage. Ooh.
Did he just crit?
I did.
Wait.
Ooh.
Which one of us did you take the
Where's
advantage
the roll?
On Astrid.
on? Well, you should be taking.
Yeah.
I just hit bites again.
Yeah, I understand. I'm just saying, you missed on me too, right?
Sure, but
He'll resolve that after this.
Okay.
He's dealing with
Yeah.
that right now.
I'm focusing on Ash, who's got her throat down my, who's got her leg down my throat, and I
Perfect.
do 22 piercing. If the target is medium or smaller,
You have to do a
it
deck.
must succeed a DC 10 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. I will do my strength. Barely.
All right, So
Barely.
you say standing. All right.
And then. So it's 22.
And then that's okay, that's it. So then I'm gonna go back up to this guy and I'm gonna do
You're doing the bite attack. Are you rolling to attack again? Because I don't see the attack roll.
I don't know, man.
Click the.
All right, okay, so
Just roll a d20 and add 2.
nothing. And that okay, hold on. That was Astrid, and I'm just saying that was Astrid's.
That was
Which
Astrid's
we are
critical.
which we already said Astrid took.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just okay. So she's done. Um,
Are you? It's not this.
No, it's not the spittle because that is the for the bite. The spittle has a different.
The spittle,
Okay.
spittle automatically happens. He has to roll to recharge on each one, and you
Got
already
it.
saved for it. Or did you
Okay.
roll for a deck save?
I rolled strength, not
Roll
dex.
roll a deck save too.
Okay.
Because if it has it up, it's like bites and then like splatters everywhere, whatever. Yeah, you saved.
right.
Barely.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
No, you did it.
It's DC 13.
Sorry, I thought it was 12.
Oof. And she's dead.
Love it here.
No. Where are we at?
Blinded for the next turn.
Yep.
All right. All right. So this is Vamel. I'm going to be attacking Vamel. And I'm going to do bites with advantage.
I will use a reaction to give myself +4 armor.
And wait, hold on. How many times did I roll? Okay, so I rolled a 19.
I'm going to use the gift of the metallic dragon to give myself protective wings. So I have +4 to my AC. So I have AC of 22 currently.
All right. So nothing.
Currently not.
All right. And then
My turn.
No, he has to do the spittle thing too.
Yeah, so now you also
Deck save.
make a deck save, Vommel.
Oh, goody.
Listen, Viva has to play to both our strengths and our weaknesses. And for me, it's mind shit.
ah, damn it.
Wow.
Okay. All right. Next one would be against who's this?
That's me.
All right. This is you. All right, homie.
I'm sure it gets super advantage against me.
Ooh.
Neither.
14. Oh, fuck my life. And then he spits on you because he just despises it. There we
Plus
go.
9. Plus 9 to my deck save. And then,
Ew.
yep. Wouldn't have it any other way, guys. Wouldn't have it any other way.
All right. I wouldn't either. All right. This is versus Val. No, Valen.
So. Oh!
21.
It hit.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, hold up.
Okay, so
Immediately, I'm down 1/3 of my HP, man.
Well,
Seriously.
you don't see what
holy
the damage is yet.
if a target is medium small, it must succeed a DC 7,
So you have roll damage.
DC 10 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do a strength save, and Viva also rolls for damage.
Wait, I thought it's Dex, not Strength.
Different thing.
No, it's strength. It's strength on the bite. It's dex for the spit.
Okay.
It's two different
So
effects.
you're doing right now. You're doing strength.
And then Viva, you have to.
Oh my god.
So
Okay.
Valen's prone.
I'm
Okay,
pro.
Valen's
He's
prone.
absorbed into the thing.
No, that's if he dies.
Oh,
Yeah, prom.
Viva, you need to roll damage on
the
the
bite.
bite.
You never did damage on Valen.
Okay, 9.
No,
Got it.
That's the attack. He hasn't rolled damage yet. It's 6 dice.
What do you mean?
That's the other guy. The one that does the. That's the one where it's all the d6.
I rolled bites.
Yeah, now roll. Click the damage. You hit.
What? I don't understand.
No. He was rolling the attack at 21. That hit, right? The bites hit me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now he needs to
Yeah.
do the
Damage
damage.
is
Now he rolls
9.
with damage.
No, it's not.
Hit
I'm
hits
so
for
confused.
That's a
17
D20. That's not
piercing damage. It hits for 17
there you
Okay.
go.
Where's the 17 coming from?
right here on my screen. It says so hits for 17 piercing damage.
So
Okay.
it's the average, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah,
I took
that's just the average.
17. And do I still roll Dex on the spit?
Yep.
Are you disadvantaged because you're prone for
I-
dex save? Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. $14.
No, they
And
have disadvantage on attack rolls, not disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay, so he would have rolled a 28 on his dex save, so he's fine.
Okay, I'm
Sorry,
totally.
Terry.
Or a 13.
Missed.
A 13 also saves, so it doesn't really matter either way.
all right. All right. So
Oh, that was a crit
starting
roll.
the first round, everybody. And you see this being kind of like come out of the nowhere, and you see these eyeballs.
What?
Ugh. Oh no.
Oh, damn, bro.
Wait, who is that against?
This is going to be a cone, and this is going to just focus on these two.
Which two?
We
So
didn't
these
see
two.
those pings. Your pings are hidden. Okay. Okay,
Alright,
so it's the
well,
brothers.
you're immune to being frightened, and you also can't see shit, anyways.
So the target creatures must succeed a DC 13 Wisdom saving throw, or be frightened. Saving throw for 1 minute. The target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn. Okay.
And he doesn't have to roll because he's immune.
All right.
Am I?
Yes, I give you protection from good and evil.
Is that still up? I'm asking Viva if that stuff is still valid at this point.
10 minutes.
He believes it. He believes it to be true. It exists.
Just a heads up,
I love
Viva,
this.
these guys can only target choose one target it can see. It's not a cone like Old Beholder stuff.
Okay.
But it still
I mean, I would pass, and you would, and you're immune. So.
supposedly.
Okay, so
What do you mean supposedly?
He said supposedly. He said somebody believes it to be true.
who's this?
Do I feel like
Sorry.
the concentration?
Yes, Liam.
That's me.
Who's this?
That's me.
Okay. As you battle that, you feel a 20. Does a 20 hit?
I will shield.
Okay. And then its second attack will be nothing.
That's it. Yeah. You roll a d6
And
to
you
see if
just-
you get the spittle back. Nope. 5 and a 6, you get it back.
Okay. All right. So Ashid, you're up.
Well, I'm blind, right? Yes.
Pretty much.
Is it end
I'm
of your
blinded
turn?
till it's the end of the beholder's. Not the beholder.
The-
gibbering.
Yeah,
gibbering
it's the other guy.
man. I can roll with disadvantage, which I guess I'll do. I'll just I'll roll a Dragon Slayer. This. Flail.
Flonging. For legal. What do you want to do with that?
It was just to hit. A 12 to hit, which I don't
The
think
gibbering
hits.
guy.
The guy right in front of.
Okay.
I'm assuming it doesn't.
And a 12 does hit.
A 12 hits?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. 13.
Okay. So 13. You did 13 damage. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 13 damage. And then I guess I'll do the same thing.
Yeah, as long as you don't roll a 1.
So a 14.
14 damage.
No, hit.
14 to hit.
to hit. Sorry.
It does hit.
And that is 10 damage. I get the guy right in front of me that's trying to eat me.
And you just see it like curdle and does it, it's like these sporadic waves. All right. And wait. I'm sorry. I thought you were attacking the wrong one. Shit. All right. Sorry.
23 damage back, and
Yep, I'm good. And it is not happy about that. So it does.
Probably gonna hit me back.
it still has advantage on attacks against her
Mhm.
for this turn.
It does have a.
And on a D, you can roll a D6 to see if it gets its spittle back.
16 hit.
No.
Cool. That's the advantage.
You can roll a D6 to see if you get your spittle back.
That's true.
And then 1d6. Roll the 3. All right. Vamal, you're up.
Continuing his war cries in Faith and Bahamut, he will summon a specter, which is his hammer, so spirit weapon, and he is going to just unload on the thing before him, basically just yelling draconic that they will not remove the free will of one who's been touched by fate, and calling unto his patron to deliver them from this falsehood before them. So I will take the censer in both hands and just try to beat the living shit out of this asshole.
Yeah.
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 Let's
That'll
go.
I assume 27 hits.
do.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, okay, just checking. So 15. Then spiritual weapon. The 14 hit?
Yep.
Oh, well, look at that.
12 hit before.
So 15 plus 9. I will save my War Priest perk weapon. And I will pause there.
How much damage?
Total was 24.
All right, and that was Vamal. And it looks at you. And it's gibbering mother way. And 3 hit.
3 does not hit.
All right. Next turn would be
Valen.
Valen.
Eesh. Okay. I'm still prone, right?
Yep.
Can I roll it to make it not prone?
You can just stand up.
Half movement.
You would have movement, so you can only get halfway up. Or
You can stand
No,
up.
you
but then
only
you
if
have
you
to
if you
stand
had
up.
like 30 feet, like you would only get 15.
Okay. But wait. So I get four. So
You
what you're
stand
saying
up.
is I stand up.
now you
and
only
that
have
will
15 more
cost-
feet of movement if you wanted to.
Okay. So as long as I move, then I will get from prone to not prone again, right?
No, you can just stand straight up, and you don't
Okay.
have to use your movement. You just have used the rule for standing up in the game is you
okay.
use half of your
So I
movement to do
stand
so.
up, then I can only move 15
Feet for this
feet
turn.
afterward. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
The rest of
all right.
your turn is as normal.
All right, as I stood up, I will try to attack with. Actually, I'm gonna try to use a spell because since these things are pretty crazy, I will try Psychic Lens. And what is the lowest level of Psychic Lens I can use?
5.
No, level 4. There's a level 4 I
okay.
can use it as Psychic Lens. Okay, I'm gonna try to use Psychic Lens. That's 32 against this target.
It's a what?
DC
It's a DC something.
DC 16.
It's a
Intelligence
elective
save.
Viva. You gotta roll intelligence save for that gibbering mouther.
For which character?
The gibbering mouther next
For
to
the
him.
one right next to me, right here.
Intelligence?
Yeah.
20, yo.
Well, no, it's still take half though. It's still take half.
-4, and that is the only way it could pass it.
No, it still take half.
Yeah, it still takes.
So
16.
that's 16 damage to this creature, and I'm gonna cast a.
Can't cast another spell.
No, the inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Action, bonus action, inspiration on myself. All right, and I will rest my turn.
Oh, Viva, it was 31 damage, not like whatever I said. Sorry, I can't do math. But roll 20 can.
Viva, this creature will have to take 16 off as well. Thank you.
All right, David, you're up.
No, there's
Oh,
the
there's
one
that
hanging
dude.
about.
I thought you were missing.
It continues to like just at you. Well, as Val's turn.
Val is currently blinded. It's not prone. Yeah.
You can swing blind. You'll hit. You roll
Did
better
I?
with disadvantage.
Hold on. True. I rolled my nat 1 on the dex save, which I forgot that means that I have to deal with No, because that's what blinded me. I have to deal with my trait of echoed soul.
If David instantly dies here, do we just leave? Like we're out, right? Like as long as he dies first, it can't be a TPK, right?
Basically.
No, but we're in his dream. I mean, we're in his mindset though.
Yeah,
I
and if
mean,
he
die,
dies,
then we all die.
No.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if he dies, we all die, right? Because our minds are attached to his mind right now.
All right, invasive roll. To roll a d6.
If he gets mind controlled in his own
Sit.
mind,
I have a memory of one of my triumphs. You can re-roll one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw that you've just made. You must use the new roll. So
you could have re-rolled this on
completely unhelpful.
No, you could you re-roll the deck save?
No, it's not the same turn anymore.
Well, you just forgot that you even had that.
Yeah. And I'm just, I don't know.
It hasn't affected
Hey,
anything. You could just be not blind right now.
saves.
Which, again, I think you're better at rolling when you have disadvantage. So,
I'm going to roll with disadvantage. It's fine. All right.
double natural 20s. Here they come.
Here we go. So I will use my bonus action to summon unsheath my first sword, summon the second sword with my bonus action, and then on my attack or on my action, I will. This is. You're all right. Does an 11 hit though?
No.
Okay,
Yes.
good. All right, second attack because I have the extra attack action at disadvantage. Same thing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I rolled a 12.
I mean, it is amazing his abilities.
It is really amazing. It is really amazing.
So a 12 does hit, correct? Yeah. All right. Let me make sure that nothing is added. It should just be that.
A 1d20 plus 10, he rolled a 1. Dude, like... I don't even know.
All right. So a total of 11 damage to the little guy on me.
Ping him for me, please.
Did you get that one?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm gonna use my movement to move. Shit, I'm blind. I actually can't see what's around me. I'm not gonna move anywhere.
Yeah, because I'm gonna get like double advantage if you fucking move, right? You're blind and you move away from me. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I'm blind and I don't know the terrain. I'm gonna walk off.
Walk into him again.
I'm just gonna go. Whee!
Yeah. No, I would say do it. All right.
I'm gonna roll a d4, and that's gonna be the direction. So north. So
North,
going
south.
clockwise,
Yeah,
north
I got
is
it.
1, 2 is east, 3, 4. Okay, we all see it. Here we go. The D.
Here comes that 2. Sweet 2.
No, we're looking for a 4.
3. So
a 3. So I'm heading
1,
down.
2, 3. So you're heading down. I do get attack advantage.
Yes.
You were walking away from me.
And I think, is this a ledge? Do I end up just like stubbing my toe?
Just a crater.
Tripping?
That's a
that
9, and then what's the other
roll
one?
again.
You gotta roll again.
Still no.
Dude, whatever. You guys suck. Everything about this sucks.
Viva!
It doesn't matter. No roll will ever fucking do it. Anyways, all right. They both miss. He's blind. I see him being blind, and meow. All right. That was.
It's my turn now.
Yep, let's go.
All right, bonus action. I'll start my blade dance. So I'll say, as once the Night Terror, I'm here to free my brother. I am Liam Umbra, and this is my blade song.
And you see the sky light up. These blades light up. Do, 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 do.
Look, I'm fine with it being the genie song. Let's do it.
Yep.
And then, like, oh, that's new. And then let's see how they do with a little bit of this too. And then I'll just quickly grab the Staff of Fire and I'll cast Wall of Fire, and I will have a full wall of fire starting from Vommel here, here, and here. So all of this going this way. Actually, it's going to come down a little bit, but it would be all of these guys are. This is the wall of fire being hot this way. So going to the right is hot. Left side of that is fine. Everything to the right of it is hot. So all of those guys, so all four of them have to make
Look at those effects.
All four of them have to make a save of a DC 15 dex save, or take 30 damage.
What?
Oh, it's DC 16. Okay. Takes half on a save. Two 19s, come on!
Woo!
Alright, only one of them takes full damage. The rest take 15.
Oh, it was only 3?
No, there's 4 of them. You did great, but I'm just saying, like, 3 of them take 15 damage, and then one of them takes 30. Whichever one rolled... Wait, you rolled Mind Witnesses...
Oh,
4
you're...
times.
Yeah, you're missing... The first guy's not a mind witness.
Yeah, this guy's, whatever. I think his dex is lower.
Mind
He rolled a
witnesses are
17,
fun.
so he'll save unless he has a negative dex.
These were the things. These were literally the things that I was looking for in the book earlier when we were talking about the things that dealt with the nightmares. It didn't make sense, but I was thinking about these things.
So yeah, 15 or 30. And then I will also, for the last part of I will use my movement, and I will take the attack of opportunity from the one by me, and I'm going to... Shit. My brother moved to the place I didn't want him to be. He can see now. He also has... Well, your thing is up, so you should be always at a disadvantage. I'm gonna flank my brothers, so I'll take an attack of an opportunity from the guy that was attacking me. Viva, you can roll to attack me. I moved away from the guy.
Where you at? Just ping you.
I'm up here now, but this guy would attack me.
Okay. Yeah. I roll at advantage, correct?
No, flat roll.
All right, so it was only an 8 then.
It was a flat roll because I had no I wasn't blind or anything. I can see. So
I thought when you... Okay. Yep. All right.
So yeah, it wouldn't hit. All right, that's my turn.
Who's up?
A bunch of monsters. The gibbering mouth there between me and my brother. And then... So it's the gibbering mouth there that's between us now.
So exhausting. I wonder how much longer I permit you to be in my realm.
Oh, shit.
Give your brother over to me. And the rest don't have to die.
Well, my brother's not here right now, so... And you're not going to get any of us. So... You can take your offer and shove it up your ass. But if you just took out Valmel at the same... Or, I mean, Valen at the same time...
You
I'm
are-
a little scared.
Much more like your brother than I thought.
I take that as a compliment.
It isn't.
I don't know what happened to everyone on Discord, though.
David lost audio.
Welcome, man. Put your camera on.
Hold
Let
on.
him be in the background.
Hold on.
Um.
I don't know how to turn my camera on. I'm not even gonna lie.
We're doing so well.
Thank you.
Everything was going so well.
M&A.
We're good at technology.
Put yourself in the center of my realm.
Yeah. Oh, here he is. Okay, never mind. Goodbye.
That was such a short round.
All right, so
Wait, now we lost
Ben-
we lost
Ben
Ben too.
and
Wait,
Harry.
why, is,
What happened?
why do people keep dropping?
Oh.
What
M,
is
stay
their
in.
powers?
Whatever you're doing, M.
What is this?
Oh, I'm
power
sorry.
that-
Do you guys not like when I mess with everything? No, this is not me at all.
My audio's gone again.
God
Damn it.
Hey, what are those
David.
photos?
Why did Terry leave the
Above
call
your
to go
desk?
to the
Oh, I
bathroom?
can hear him
I
again.
also don't understand.
All right, just pause the episode.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
They're all Destiny. I got them for him. So like up there is like this is the ramen bar and like the Vanguard.
Oh my god.
That's
So-
cool.
This is like an Earth, like the symbol for Earth.
Yeah, you're pretty swell. Hey, what is that nurse
Oh, this is
thing?
the Ace of Spades.
Ace of Spades.
I get
and
it.
then
Don't bring up. Please don't bring up Ace of Spades, right?
Oh, this whole set's for Cade.
This is Kate's
Don't
portrait.
do it.
His
Don't.
the middle one is
That's
Cade.
Why? Why do we have to fucking do this to ourselves?
And then it's
And this is
Sundance.
a ramen bar. Or ramen thingy.
No, then it's
And then chicken
the chicken, the Colonel,
and some whiskey.
Joker, the glass from the bar that he went to.
All right, so
Oh, that's the ramen bar.
are we continuing the fight?
The nurse thing is
No,
from
we're talking
camp.
about ramen.
I procured that sign. I've just had it for like 15 years.
That's the first time I've seen M.
What? Really?
Hello.
I always miss her.
So, M's being M.
He's not been. He's the few times that
just
she's been
turned
on
on.
camera. He has not been in the
Oh,
calls.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what's up? This is me.
Is that Wind Waker's poster
She
in the back?
pictured you about right, so I feel pretty good about
Over
that.
here? This one, Terry?
Oh no, that's a mirror. Sorry, I thought no.
No, it's not a mirror.
That was a
Looks like the
mirror.
Wind
Oh my
Waker.
god,
That's
that's you.
Warframe.
That's yes. Hi. No, that's Warframe, and that's
We got off the rails.
Space.
Endgame.
Yeah,
As
you.
no frame. Nah.
Endgame streetwear.
All right, so whose turn is this now?
the big
So-
guy was just giving up in front of all of us. He just said,
Oh shit.
"You're too much like your brother. I
These-
can't handle you, and I give up. I surrender to you right now."
Alex,
You
shut
still
up.
feel these liquid beings around your feet, and this illithid in front of you. It is with great displeasure. I have to give him up. But and these tentacles thrust out through each one of you, through your hearts,
Oh.
and it
Oh,
lifts you up in the air.
Oh.
It is time you know. We will meet again. And then, as you look upon this being, you see this green glowing light emerge behind him, and this bulbous, kind of like blimp like light, this green glowing light
It's a
starts
tiny
to
balloon.
be distracted. Like it starts to disappear amongst this dripping of this core black, and then aside the ill thought in front of you, these these giant fanged fingers lay down in front of it as they drip this charcoal black. And in your minds, to the point where it is blinding and your sight shakes in front of you, you hear this voice. Yes, again. And the ill thought pulls back like smoke onto the shoulders of this wretched, disgusting being.
Oh God, what is happening?
A dragon, unlike anything you've seen in this realm or the next. And as it pulls itself away, you pull yourself from this, and you see those tentacles that had been staring at you, that had been trying to grasp onto you. You have seen that blinking, the goo that had been wrapped around your ankles pull tight as you guys begin to lift up out of this existence. And you find yourselves again in a realm surrounded by humming, listening to the enchantments of greater beings as you focus in on a light that flickers from one color to the next.
Oh, my heart. Viva, you're playing with my heart. This is so cool. And terrifying, and I hate it.
Well, less worried about your heart. I'm more worried about your mind.
I know, right?
Y'all been wondering what's been going on. Well, here it is.
Is there a new map loaded? I haven't seen anything yet.
No, we're at the title screen.
Oh, okay.
but also trauma.
Trauma.
Yeah, I'm gonna load us on this screen here. Standing inside of the pillars built you are once again greeted with the familiar sounds. Artie runs up to you. I don't know what happened. It didn't look good. I gotta be honest. I didn't think y'all are gonna make it. And the way you were crying, I don't think you were gonna make it either.
You can't hold that kind of stuff against anyone when they go through this kind of thing. You should know that.
Wait, is it
Yeah.
over? Like, is that it? Or that's
Yeah, well, no, it's not it. I mean, look, you may have chased.
Again?
No, you may have. You may have You may have turned on the lights, and the cockroaches scattered. But he still smells like shit, right? So he'll be back.
That's just his cloak.
No, in this case, you smell. Yes, because no, obviously. But all right. Well, everybody here smells like shit. And
It's been a while since we've showered, and we just came back from Thay.
if I were to say anybody didn't smell absolutely horrid, it'd be that fellow in the hammer. But in the meantime, I don't think you are exploitable in the same sense you were. I don't think you are seen as a weakness as you were when you ran from your home, chasing your bigger brother, trying to prove yourself. I also don't think you're free, and I think your penance is coming, but that's what we're here for, right? I'll be by your side.
I know, and that means more to me than most people know.
Nah, I'm not most people.
I know. Thank you.
It's clear that the battleground that is your mind not open. It's not free. It's not willingly taken. And I think there are aspects of this upcoming war in which that is important, but at the same time, I wonder where we're going to go to next.
Have we? I mean, Val looks around. And he's like, "Have we figured out where we're going?"
Apparently,
the
I
other-
took a shower.
No,
We
no,
know
no,
where
no.
another stronghold is, and we know the sun is still flying about. Those are the last two threads that I recall.
We also need to go to the Nine Hells.
This is no, 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 you fucking idiots. This is what I'm trying to point out to you. This is what I'm saying. You all have impending dooms. Your lives are marked for death. But the Sword Coast, we extended his idiot's life, and maybe your idiot life. the Sword Coast. They figured out where the Well of Dragons is.
Oh, that's news to us.
Yeah,
Then I guess we go there next.
we're all going there next. Everything is going there next. We have no more distractions. It is the Well of Dragons. And hopefully, I don't know. Maybe we come back to this spot and we rest our legs along this edge and we stare out on the sunset one last time, but I don't think we are allotted this. And the irony of it is I have seen the sunset in a million different goddamn worlds. And this ugly, smelly piece of shit Sword Coast is where I'm going to see my last.
Well, we'll make sure you have good.
We just ensure he comes back.
This is where I was hoping you guys would say, no, we'll make sure that you survive and we'll get you to the next. But it seems like you're all thinking of the same doom I am. All right,
You started
well,
the sentence off by saying,
of
all
course,
dead.
I just wanted you all to pick me up. It's pretty goddamn gloomy.
Artie, if you're in your human form, I will throw you out of the way.
You're in your dragon form. I will try to throw you out the way.
And if you're in either form, I will be behind you, letting you take the blow.
This sounds about right. Let's just go get our equipment. Let's get ready. Tomorrow we head out to the Well of Dragons.
Mm-hmm.
You feeling a little bit lighter there? Well, you feeling anything?
Slimy.
Yeah.
That's the appropriate response.
I did my best to direct your thoughts away from anything embarrassing. So you're welcome.
You just didn't want for everybody to see how you were involved in far too many of those.
Really? We want to do this?
Did you really think that he's that tall?
No. We'll go ahead and discuss
He's
it. Myth
having his main
Drenner.
character moment.
Myth Drenner, age 7. Running through those hallowed halls to Beatrice, right? Is that her name? The lunch lady? The one that distributed the is that considered food in this day and age?
Well, seeing as how that was almost 200 or over 200 years ago, I don't know.
Right. And I think that's the part that you liked about her. That 200-year age gap.
We didn't call her a lunch lady.
No. That's for the rest of them.
Ah, okay.
Yes, social
Head chef? But whatever, lunch lady, whatever you want to call.
I mean, titles are everything, right?
Not that I'm aware of.
I thought you knew me well enough to know that titles mean nothing.
Exactly. Age, titles, nothing. That meant nothing to you. Clearly. It's less easy to embarrass you now than it had been in the past. Kudos to you. I'll find another way. You're not nearly as fun as you used to be.
I summon the echo behind him to tickle him again.
Nah, god damn it! And then he lays down like a fucking carpet. And
Ragdolls.
Goes boneless on him.
Yeah.
and as the rest of the Sword Coast kind of like equips themselves to get ready for this next war, we're gonna end ourselves right there.
Yay!
No longer as mind screwed.
We think.
It's pretty still mind screwed. You guys just know more about it.
I don't.
Quality therapy.
We just.
Now come back next week and we'll have the couch. Yeah. Yeah.
At some point, we need to go find an illithid and kill it. It's like no big deal.
Not a big deal at all.
Viva brought out some very, very scary guns tonight with those mind witnesses. I was not ready for them.
What is a mind wit?
An illithid warped beholder.
Everything is
It's not as
awesome.
bad as a beholder.
No, they're almost worse.
It really depends on your point of
It's
view.
challenge rating 5. It looks like now.
Yeah, three beams per turn.
Well,
Rather neither.
Yeah, makes 2 attacks, one with his tentacles, one with his bite.
Anyways,
You guys were doing well enough where I didn't want to lag that fight down.
I was very
It doesn't have an
concerned when you
anti-magic
guys showed
code.
up.
I don't know if it was that as scary as a beholder. I think a beholder fucks.
I
you
was
up.
terrified. And then
there were cones and
this
stuff.
thing with this gooey monstrous dragon thingy at the end. What the fuck is that?
That was a illithid dragon.
Oh god, no!
Whatever they call
Oh,
it.
how did I not pick up on that? Oh, that's so much worse.
Especially when you're the one that
right?
sent. Especially
I know,
when
I'm
you're the one
who
that.
said that. Biba, do you not
sent it
understand
to
how
me.
often I have tried to block that, like specifically that thing? Like, I'm like, hey, yeah, here's this fun backstory with all this trauma that I'm gonna make. But that thing
Especially-
goes into the vault, gets locked away, and I don't think about it ever.
Especially when you're the one that sends them to me.
I know.
Like,
that
hey,
thing-
this would be fucked up if I put it in the story.
Literally steals his own
This would
fate.
be fucked.
Yeah,
no,
this would be
no,
so
this
fucked
thing
up
is-
if you put this in the
this-
story.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, I was
He
worried.
acts surprised, like
I
he
wasn't
didn't
sure
set it
what
up
I
for
wasn't sure how the
himself.
fight was gonna go.
Get him, man. Get
but
him,
I was
man.
like,
Get
I
him.
wasn't sure how strong the mind witnesses were.
Ridiculous.
So that's why I threw the wall of fire on them, and I was just like, I don't know how much damage they're gonna take, but we'll just see. This will hold them off for a little bit, and then
Do
just try and
you-
do spread
Do
damage.
you want me to read? Viva? Do you want me to read that first short story for them that you pulled?
Well, I would love so the extent to which you gave details to it would be amazing if you guys all had role play part where like, hey, like, so what the fuck did we see?
We can do that last time.
Hey, so we basically danced through your mind. Can you tell us those stories? Like to that extent. Like I would love for everybody else to witness those events and say, hey, what is this about? That would be super cool, people.
That gives me time to potentially actually flesh out the other ones. But
Yeah, so like,
and for everybody's edification, all that shit was planned like maybe 2 hours ago, or 2 hours before the.
Sounds like a true D&D
Yeah.
session.
Viva
100%.
messaged me today and he was like, "Hey, can you write some short
hey,
stories?" on
so
your backstory?"
like here's the thing. Ben has an idea, and I think we need to see it through. So if you could write me like 8 or 9 stories, real quick, super quick.
as I'm heading out to dinner,
Yeah, hey,
away
man.
from my computer, just
You need a little tequila to like get the juice.
did have some margaritas.
There you go.
That's like-
Yeah, you know when I noticed you had the margaritas because you're like, hey, that eight-page story that I sent, I realized it's too long, so I'm gonna write them shorter. And I'm like, yeah, cool, dude. Like, cause this big is great. And then you're like, yeah, totally. And then for the next hour, you kept writing.
I know.
Yeah, all right.
Checks out. Checks out.
Whoops.
Mhm.
I regret
Fantastic.
nothing.
Well, everybody on the stream, I hope you enjoyed that little backstory. We'll head out. Bye, everybody.
Thank you.